Welcome to paradise, my friends. Heaven and hell converge here. Go left for hell, right for heaven. I mean paradise. The choice is yours. You choose by who you align yourself with. You choose in every moment. Do you choose fear? Do you choose love? Do you choose self-acceptance? Fuck forgiving everyone else in the world. Can you forgive yourself? Can you face yourself enough to even ask those questions? It's easy to forgive everyone else. You know, we're trained to be martyrs, subjugated to be slaves, to be batteries for demonic entities attached to other shells of people. But that's not our destiny. It was never our destiny, no matter how much they act like they haven't lost grip, like they haven't, like their palms aren't so fucking sweaty, and everything is slipping out from under them, slipping from their grasp on our minds, their grasp on our emotions, their control of the hidden parts of us, their alliance with our own shadow. The shadow government plays our own shadows against us. The only reason they ever were successful against us ever, at any point, was only through our own power. It was only ever us that they tricked into enslaving themselves, ourselves. We enslaved ourselves, we've tortured ourselves, we've accepted, we've acquiesced to hell and everything that you know that means if you've been here for the past little while, long while. You might have been here so long, oh, you never thought you'd see the day. The day when God's reckoning was at hand and his angels of judgment remembered who they are. The boots on the ground. The wings. Our wings are in and attached to our soul. They're inside. They're ethereal, but it won't be long before they're physical too. I want to fly. I wanted to fly when I was a kid. Jets, that was the idea. We had jets. I wanted to fly some jets. But you know what? I realized pretty quick. I was like, oh, well, I'll have to go kill some innocent people if I want to fly jets. All right, dream over. It wasn't worth it. Absolutely not. Not even... No, even as a child, I couldn't pretend that, like, you know, everything we do is right and everything everyone else does is wrong. That's just, it's just not plausible. It's not realistic whatsoever. We're all imperfect. We all make mistakes. The bigger you are and the more spread you are, the more power we seem to have, the more mistakes we're going to make. And we have. Our history, told truthfully, is an exact testament to what I'm saying. I love you all, and we're not late. We're not late to the party. We're not late to the palace. Yes, we're sitting in the pit, but we don't have to be. You see those chains? You see the fucking prison bars? They're 2 feet wide. The bars are 2 feet wide, and there's no bulletproof glass in between them. We can literally just step through. We're all suffering in mass, collectively, from a thing called learned helplessness. It's just as I described, a dog in a cage. This cage has bars that are spread wide enough for the dog to just walk out. But he's been hurt. He's been traumatized more than enough times to have just already given up. Just like we do in those stages of development as children. We draw that circle around ourselves. We assert our independence, our sovereignty. We say no to the most critical people in our lives for the first time. It's an incredibly important moment for each and every one of us. If we are to reach a form of success within ourselves that we can call our own, from having autonomy, from having agency. It's profound. And no, it's not granted. It's not given. It can be taken for granted so easily. Because what you don't know, you don't know. What you've never experienced, it might as well not exist in your conception of things. Unless it has been pointed out by a angel like myself, a genius planted among you. But I'm right there with you. I've been through this shit for 40 years. I was born in the dirt, and it's the craziest story. It's the craziest story because at the same time as I was getting my development arrested at every turn, every corner, at that same time, I was seeing something else too. I was hearing something else. I was loving something else. I loved my family, each and every one of them that left me for dead. Blood sacrificing, unaliving through blood sacrifice rituals for something called destiny swappage. This is what the game that they play across the globe, these dark ones. And I'll tell you something. The powers that be, the principality that has been in power for the longest time, the one that's put divine feminine, all feminine, put her face down in the dirt and stepped on it and over again and taught everyone else that it's okay. That it's somehow okay to do that. They tell us, they indoctrinate us against magic and the wickedness of it, the evil of it. With the Salem witch trials and the Inquisition of the Renaissance period. They put fear in our hearts, minds, our whole DNA. It's epigenetics. And they convince us, they tell us, they teach us through their institutions of education, which they control. Magic isn't real. And at the same time, they're all using it. They're all using black magic of whatever level that they can to add to their status, to add to their sense of power and control. And the thing, I want you to know, the things behind the curtain are ugly as fuck. Before things get better, they're gonna get a little bit worse, at least in your sight of them, because you've never seen them. You've never been honest enough, courageous enough to stand alone and look behind the curtain, looking inside your own vessel, into the eyes of your soul within, to see if we really are horrors, if we really are worthless pieces of shit that need to burn in hell, depending on whether we go left or we go right. It was too scary to look, I understand that. But you don't have to do it alone anymore. You can stand lock-armed, arm-locked, with many of us who have braved those steps and found treasure. We found safety. We found the safety in truth. The truth that we are innocent inside. We always have been. And that innocence is intact. Our goodness is intact. Our purity is intact. No longer do we need to succumb to the lies, the deceptions, the illusions fraught upon us and nurtured within so many of our experiences, the ones that shape us for the rest of our lives. Till death do we part. Do they dream? But you know what? Demons don't dream. They don't. All they can do is leech onto our dreams, because they can't create for themselves. That's why we are the batteries. That's why we are the food source keeping them alive. They feed on our negative energy and emotion. The anguish, the suffering, the pain, the agony, the devastation in our hearts and minds, the kinds that breaks us and makes us evil as they are. It brings us to our knees, and sometimes we succumb again. We acquiesce to their ways just to have a little bit of balance. I've done it. I think we've all done it. We've all seen what that feels like, what it tastes like, what it sounds like. It's horrible. I heard not too long ago that the best revenge is not a dish served fucking cold. I don't know who fucking said that. It's the best revenge, if revenge was to be had. It's not a dish served cold. It is to become unlike the ones who hurt us in the first place. Amen. And so it is. And so it is for our family here now. Supported by the heavens, supported by God. The unseen God that I know in my heart, and I know is in each and every one of your hearts, each and every one of your cells. You're literally an extension of that spirit. There is no separation there. There's no distance. God is right under your nose, right behind your eyes, right amidst your farts. And it's time to treat your maker, your father, your mother in the spirit realm as if they are there and they want you to succeed. And that they're rooting for you. And they know, they see it all. They know everything we go through. God counts our tears. He tracks our pain and our misery. No man, no woman, no animal is left behind in His book. In His book of unconditional, infinite love that we forgot even existed. But it's not too late, y'all. I may be running out of storage on my phone right now. I'm getting the signal. So I'll just leave it at this. I'll leave it at the treasure that I already shared with you. But there's so much more. We can explore this wonderful paradise. We can appreciate it for all that it is, because it is a cosmic gem of the universe. This living library is a diamond so rare in the cosmos. we haven't had perspective of ourselves, of this experience, of anything really. But I'm here to enlighten you, as I was enlightened by my father and my mother, and my heroes, some of which were erased from history, but that's okay, because the soul remembers. I love you all, from the pit to the palace. I'll see you there.